Hey, I did a little mini library haul. So I went to the library, checked out a few books. The first book I'm going to show you, I'm already reading. It's a book that I included in my 10 before the end. But then the second and third book I show you, it's more based kind of on a mood reader, spontaneous kind of, let me see if I want to read these kind of things. So I want to show all three to you, but especially the second and third book. I would love to know if you've read these, what you thought about them. Should I try to squeeze them in, to my 10 before the end? And if I don't make it, then should I hold on to them and or recheck them out later and make sure I read these? You let me know. But first of all, the first of the three I want to show you, I checked out from my library, is The Grapes of Wrath. This is a book I'm already into. I actually spent a lot of time reading. I got a little bit behind. I did, kind of went into like a little mini reading slump. I think it had more to do with the fact that I'm a Dodger fan and the World Series had so much of my attention that I got behind in my reading. I am well into this now. There's so much to say about this book. I am looking very forward to making like a full long form video on The Grapes of Wrath on John Steinbeck, who's also the author, of course, of my favorite book, East of Eden. But the fact that a book, I'll just say this, the fact that a book that was written in the late 30s, early 40s, whatever, can be so relevant today and just lead to discussions about what's happening today right outside of our window. I'll stop now because I'm looking so forward to finishing this book. Because it's amazing, but I also am looking forward to talking about that book. So here are the other books I picked up. I don't know, kind of just spontaneous, but I've heard good things about them. Have you read A Psalm for the Wild Built? This is not a book I would kind of like, this is not my go-to kind of thing, but it's so thin. It's an easy, quick read. I've heard some really great things about it. It's about like robots that go to the woods and then reappear, but there's deeper meaning to it, parallelism to it that I've heard some really amazing things about. So, have you read this one? Let me know because I'm interested. And then the third book I checked out from my library is Sipsworth. Sipsworth, I heard something random about Sipsworth, and it just was enough to make me go, huh. But this old lady who's grieving the loss of her husband has a chance encounter with a mouse. Yep, you just heard me correctly. A chance encounter with a mouse. And somehow that becomes a really memorable story. Have you read it? I would love to know what you thought about Sipsworth and A Psalm for the Wild Built. Let's make sure we're supporting our local libraries. Have a good day.